Hey Guru Nation, welcome back. We just got finished monitoring at an investigator-initiated site. We've got Latinos in Clinical Research member. Carlos eventually gonna be the guest lecturer on one of these webinars. How are you liking Latinos in Clinical Research, by the way?
Good, yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
You've been engaged?
Well, I've been reading. I haven't had time to get too involved, but I've been reading.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're very busy here. So the topic is, because we actually get asked this question a lot, and Chris brought up a really good question. So what is it like going from a coordinator from one site where they have their own SOPs and their own, whatever, to another site where it's like different culture? And we get asked this by site owners, because we always tell site owners, look, we recommend you hire someone who's research naive, because sometimes when you hire an experienced coordinator, you run the risk of them bringing bad habits. So this is the advice we give a lot, but in your case it worked out well. So what is it like from your perspective going from one clinic to another? What are some of the challenges, and then what are some of the, I guess, the good stuff about it? And bad. Well, that's challenges. Challenges are bad.
Well, I think when I first started, the hardest part was adjusting to the new PI and just understanding how she wanted certain things done. Because at the other site, there was a certain way I did certain things, and we had different SOPs. Here they did things a little bit different, and also this clinic where I work at now, it's they do research, but it's also an actual clinic. So the PI is a little different. They do both, whereas the other site was just research only.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of learning of how to do things on the medical side that I didn't have exposure to before.
And now you do.
And now I do, which is one of the good things. Now I know a little bit more about how clinics run.
You're more of a generalist now.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah.
And you're doing investigator-initiated trials. Is that only what you're doing here? Just IITs, investigator-initiated?
No, I'm also the backup for some of the regular sponsored studies.
Which studies do you like better to monitor or to coordinate? Investigator-initiated trials or industry-sponsored trials?
Well, I think the industry-sponsored ones are maybe a little bit easier to work with because everything's already set. But I like.
If you have a question of the sponsor, it's right there.
Yeah.
If you have Chris said if you have a question from the sponsor, it's right there. For the sponsor.
For the for sponsored research.
But Carlos said industry-sponsored is easier.
Yeah. Yes,
why?
Because
why? Chris says why?
Everything's already kind of planned out and set up for you. But with the investigator-initiated studies, a lot of it, some of it you're learning as you go. So some things change as you're going. You're learning new things. So sometimes the protocol gets adjusted, but it gets adjusted right in front of your face. And
so it's too chaotic, basically.
No, not chaotic. It's just it's
adventurous.
Well, chaotic sounds bad.
Adventurous.
Yeah, I guess adventurous is just you have to be quick, I guess, and
quick on your feet.
Yeah, quick on your feet. Just be able to be.
But you're with one of the best PIs we know, Chris and myself.
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact that she's a sponsor as well, and I can't wait to interview her for the COVID study that I was in, that I was a participant in. So. Okay, what advice do you have for site owners? As a coordinator, what advice do you have for site owners? Let's say a site owner is opening a new clinic and they're between, should I hire someone who, like you now, who has experience, and they're gonna move to my clinic, or someone like you in the past, where you just responded to an ad and had no experience? What should that site owner do?
So between someone who's fresh and someone who's experienced?
Should they hire you from 10 years ago or you from right now?
Well, I guess if they already know research, they could take a chance on someone younger. I was younger back then, that they can kind of teach and kind of mold. But if they don't know anything, I think I would rather go with
you
someone
now.
that's more experienced. Yeah.
With you now.
Someone who.
So, and you'll have to repeat what I'm going to say.
Wait. Let me bring the mic to Chris.
So, but you do have the difference in pay, right? Because I would assume you make more now compared to what you made when you first started.
Yeah.
So there is that to consider, right?
Yeah.
And then of course the habits. Maybe somebody
That's
doesn't
right.
want to take a chance on somebody with habits that they don't want to have to break habits, bad habits. So there's those two things to consider, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there could have been a chance that if I was applying to a new site that I had a lot of bad habits, and maybe that's why I was leaving my old job, because I was really bad there. So I'm just
Exactly.
trying to start somewhere else. But
we get asked this question a lot by Chris and I, surprisingly a lot, even this weekend. We took a client call on a Saturday, and I said, look, be careful with the experienced coordinator. Sometimes it's fool's gold, especially when they come from an academic medical center.
Oh.
I think what made you less risky is the fact that you came from a smaller research clinic. So you were already trained to be more of a generalist, which, free plug for the CRC Academy and a shameless plug, we train generalists. So I think that's why it worked out in your case.
Yeah.
So if you're coming from a small clinic, I think just make sure they're a generalist. And if they're coming from an AMC, be wary and be cautious, because I work with some of these CRCs at academic medical centers. And let me tell you, they're masters at pretending that they're working. Yeah. Chris agrees. He said yes, guys. He said yes. So is that it? Anything else, Chris? Did we cover it all? Are you satisfied?
Do you have any complaints? Any complaints moving from one site to another?
Chris is trying to make this funny. You got some good content for us here?
No, but the only thing right now, I feel like I'm very overloaded right now, but so I could use an intern or two.
An intern? What happened to the intern I gave you?
Oh, she's helping, yeah, but
Give her a shout out. I forgot her name.
Oh, yeah, her name's Allegra.
Allegra. That's right. I didn't forget her name.
I'll tag you.
So is she helping?
If I can. Yeah, she's helping. She helps. Every little bit helps.
This was a former CRC Academy student?
CRA.
Yeah.
CRA Academy, Allegra.
Did they seem to know their stuff?
Yeah, she definitely. I didn't have to worry with her with after I showed her the protocol. I kind of talked to her, trained her, gave her training. But after that, she picked it up really quickly, and she knew what to. Because a lot of it is phone calls. She knew what to ask the patients, and
So you actually put her to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys.
I was a little hesitant at first, but
I told you she'd be good. Carlos,
Yeah.
I wouldn't send you bad stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right. Only primo, A grade quality.
Yeah.
All right, good. So
Appreciate
that's about
that.
as funny as we'll get from Carlos,
Yeah,
right?
it's not funny. I wasn't funny.
Chris says it's not funny, but thank you guys. Thank you, Carlos. Let's do a fist bump, and thank you, Chris. You're an amazing videographer,
Yeah.
and we'll catch you guys all later. Bye bye.